Joker 2 casting, MCU villains are set to return, and the Rings of Power drops. Let's talk about it on today's movie news. Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. And on today's show, we got Taylor Swift is going to be at Toronto International Film Festival? Aquaman, villain, has a quote out that's got everybody's feathers ruffled. Actually, today's going to be about a lot of villains in the MCU. Which one is going to return? Who's going to return? But we start off today's show by talking about a DC villain, Joker 2 casting. Brendan Gleeson joins Todd Phillips' musical Joker 2, Folie à Deux. Well, this broke yesterday, and I just thought I would highlight it again today because it's cool, man. Brendan Gleeson is always a top tier talent, right? He always brings it. And I don't know what capacity he's going to be in. If he's going to be like the head of the Arkham Asylum, maybe. Will he be part of the Arkham family? Who knows? Or just another orderly. I doubt that. I mean, he's got so much screen presence that hey, if you're going to bring him on, hey, the cast is rounding out nicely, right? They're building this cast sheet for Joker 2 up very well, because you got, obviously, Joaquin Phoenix is coming back, and then you got Lady Gaga as Harleen Quinzel, and it's just going to be, I think it's going to be a great film. As we know from the production, it's going to start filming in December, with hopefully a release date next year. Now, or is it 2024? Let's see. October 4th, 2024. There you go. That's when it's supposed to be at. 2024. And it's a musical. So, yeah. Brendan Gleeson singing. Maybe. Who knows? Joker 2 new. It's great. That's a good way to start off the show. And as I said, it's going to be about a lot of villains today. Our Glass Vikings in the live chat says never knew Brendan Gleeson for his singing voice, but the man can act. Indeed he can. Indeed he can. All right, let's continue on with Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home is in theaters this weekend. It's the long weekend here in the North Americas. No Way Home re-release adds new post-credit scene. Now, I knew that it was going to have some extended footage, some deleted scenes put back into it, but there's a new post-credit scene for Spider-Man No Way Home. And, well, how does that change things? Well, guys, if you haven't seen the movie yet, I guess the deleted scenes, I'll tread lightly here to maybe not spoil it if you want to see it in context of the movie. But I'm sure if you've seen the release with the deleted scenes on the side, then it's not too much of a spoiler. But a brand new post-credit scene. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so it confirms what the end of the film suggested, that the following spell that Doctor Strange put on Peter Parker, people don't remember Peter Parker anymore. I thought it was supposed to be just Spider-Man, right? But then when you think about it at the end of the film, when he goes into the diner, MJ and his friend there don't recognize him, right? They don't know who he is, because he had to reintroduce himself as Peter Parker. So he didn't only just get rid of Spider-Man, the Spider-Man persona, they forgot that who Peter Parker is. So I guess they put in a post-credit scene to kind of almost accent that. The scene features Betty Brant's final school segment at Midtown Technical High School, where she's going through their history. At the end, as they prepare for graduation, various photos and montages play. And I guess Peter, like the trip to Europe and stuff like that, he's not in any of the photos. Okay. Wow, that's not too big. That's not a big spoiler. I mean, I guess they just wanted to cement that fact in. But, guys, Spider-Man No Way Home is in theaters again this weekend with some extended footage and apparently a new post-credit scene. It's got me interested. Let's see. There's some comments here. Let's take a look at some of these comments. They don't remember Peter whatsoever, which was also hinted at the end of the film. Yeah. When Happy Hogan was at the grave. Okay, yeah. I'll be very interested to see how Spider-Man 4 will follow up this new revelation. Well, I wouldn't really call it a revelation. I mean, he didn't... yeah, I mean, come on. They already suggested that, so it didn't really do that much. plot twist, they undo the spell, making No Way Home even more pointless. No, they're not going to do that, man. And I'm going to hit thumbs down on that. I'm going to hit thumbs down on that. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculousness. So we're not going to read any more of those comments. But Spider-Man No Way Home in theaters again this weekend, guys. They're going to go check it out. It is a long weekend, and if you got some bonus time, you can see the bonus features and extended scenes in Spider-Man No Way Home. All right, let's continue on. Keeping with the MCU and villains, it's the topic of the day of returning villains in the MCU. Who's going to return? I'm somebody who, well, I like Iron Man 2. I think I have it on Blu-ray in my library there. But Iron Man 2 star Sam Rockwell is ready to return to the MCU. Well, come on. I mean, he was definitely one of the highlights of Iron Man 2. He was a good villain, Justin Hammer. And why not? I'm sure he probably went to prison after Iron Man 2. But, I mean, he was wealthy and had resources. Remember, he has resources. But I think he would have gotten himself out. And he's ripe for coming back. Now that Stark is gone, he would have been... He's primed to come back. So let's see what his quote is here. I guess something he was talking about if he had watched She-Hulk, which we're currently doing right now, and it comes up later on in the show. She-Hulk, he was asked something of which Rockwell was seemingly not aware. Rockwell asserted his desire to follow in Roth's footsteps, because I guess he was surprised that Tim Roth is back. So let's take a look at his quote. Did you say Tim Roth? Is that the Hulk villain? Holy S. That's great. I love it. He's on the She-Hulk one. That's great. I gotta watch that. I don't know. Nothing as of yet. We'll see. I see you have a Marvel poster in your backdrop. I'm ready. Yeah, and talking about top talent tier actors, Sam Rockwell is definitely one of them. Whenever he's on screen, I would be, I'm just like, cool, like Moon. I mean, come on. And hopefully he'll bring some new dance moves, because he's a dancer, and he's got some really impressive footwork that we've seen hints of, like in Iron Man 2. And yeah, I would love to see Justin Hammer come back, but that's not really confirmed. It's just in an interview somebody said, okay, could Justin Hammer return as a member of the Thunderbolts? I don't know too much about the Thunderbolts, but apparently She-Hulk has been hinting at it, so I have to learn more about this. I'll have to read the wiki page for Thunderbolts. But yeah, Rockwell's out promoting a new film, How They Run, that apparently comes out in September 16th in the States. With Saoirse Ronan. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Cool. No comments on that one, but I'll be looking forward to it. If we can get a Justin Hammer back, I'd be up for that for sure. Another MCU villain, Kingpin. Now that would be cool. I want to see that. And I think we are going to get that in She-Hulk. I think we maybe. Vincent D'Onofrio teases Wilson Fisk's return as the MCU's Kingpin. Now we know that he's also going to be in that other spin-off about the girl with the bow and arrow. Not Hawkeye series. Echo, right? Echo? He might be in Echo. But let's take a look at this. He's coming back for the new Daredevil series again, right? Born Again. He's coming back in that for sure. But I think he's going to pop up in some other things as well. But talking about top talent, like Vincent D'Onofrio has to be one of the most, not underrated, but underappreciated actors working right now. Like, he needs to be up there in the top tier talent, because he is. He always brings it. Always. Yeah, all the way back from his early days, too. He's just... And I liked him as Detective Goran. He made that show worth watching. Anyway, yeah, so D'Onofrio teases his upcoming return to the MCU as Daredevil Born Again's Wilson Fisk Kingpin. Now, he also goes on to talk about some of the other things that he would like. Like, he would like to face off against Spider-Man, and I want to see that. Because if there's going to be a Sinister Six, I want Kingpin to be part of that. I would love to see Kingpin as part of that, like putting it together and stuff like that, to face off against Spider-Man. That would be, yes, that's what I want to see. So we'll have to see once this new Daredevil series comes out, if he's going to be like strong again, because from what I heard about Hawkeye, when he appeared up in Hawkeye, that they kind of neutered him, and I don't know if I like that. I need to watch Hawkeye. I need to get caught up with all these series. We got a lot of series. Anyway, he took to his Twitter and he posted this image of a flask that says Fisk. That's cool. Would you really need to put your name on it, though? I mean, well, whatever. I could never imagine just carrying around a flask of, like, man, like you need a pull on, like every couple of hours. That's yeah. My liver couldn't handle it, guys. Yeah, it's too much of a temptation for me. But yeah, Fisk, Kingpin coming back, that would be great. And we're going to see him for sure. He's definitely returning. But that little teaser, small tease, Fisk on a flask, Kingpin, D'Onofrio, back in the MCU. Yes, please. Yes, please. What do you guys think? I think that's good news. All right, let's get through this one DCEU villain. We kind of started with the Joker DCEU. We had some MCU, and now we finish here with this quote from a DCEU villain that I was never going to talk about, but I guess it has been getting some people talking. Aquaman 2-star refuses to clarify clown work comment in hilarious post. Yeah, apparently he said something about working on superhero films is clown work. Dude, what do you mean clown work? You mean it's below your station? You're an actor. And if you're not going to bring like your all, then you're not going to be a top tier talent like a Sam Rockwell or a Vincent D'Onofrio. You're not going to be. You're going to be always relegated to roles in the background. And I guess this Yahya Abdul Mateen II, yeah, you're going to be stuck with things like playing a second grade Morpheus in a fan hated Matrix movie. I liked it, but you know what? It's just, and he was in the Candyman reboot, right? He was okay in that, but yeah, let's see if he wanted to make peace with this clown work regarding comic book movie performances. Clown work, yeah, man, dude. Yeah, it's just acting. And if you are lucky enough to be in Hollywood pictures, you got to take it like a gift, man. And be calling it clown work, it's kind of like poo-pooing all over it and saying, well, it's not really worth all that stuff. But come on. There's lots of big actors, just like D'Onofrio and Sam Rockwell, obviously Robert Downey Jr. I mean, come on, what are you talking about? But then people asked if he was going to clarify this statement. I guess Variety did. And then he responded by showing this clown photo. Tempted to clarify, but no, that's no fun. Instead, here's a pic of myself on the way to work on Trial of Chicago 7. Dude, I don't even remember you in Trial of Chicago 7 because Sacha Baron Cohen stole the show pretty much in that movie. Eddie Redmayne. Yeah, you weren't. Were you in that movie? I barely remember you, dude. And that's what's going to happen if you keep on rousing us like this, It's kind of like, hey, there are fans of the Aquaman movies, and they like, was it Black Manta? And you're just kind of like stepping on the hands of people that are, that can promote you. And Aquaman is a big movie, so yeah, biting the hand that feeds him. Exactly, Hourglass Viking says in the live chat. Biting the hand that feeds you. That's really good. Because as a producer, do you think, like, you just kind of hope that this kind of thing, like, he's done nothing too egregious, but it's kind of like a slap in the face is kind of like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Any comments here on this? This is from Screen Rant, so we know there's no comments. It's just kind of a butthead kind of thing to do, dim-witted, I would say. But yeah, all right. Let's. Well, I guess this sort of ties in a little bit, but not too much. The Russo brothers did do Endgame and stuff like that, so let's talk about this just quickly. They're working on a TV show for Amazon series. Russo Bros Amazon series titled Citadel Creative Overhaul. What is balloons budget to 200 million? Okay, guys, you got to stop this. Why are TV shows costing 200 million plus? Like we heard that Rings of Power, which comes out today, is like $250 million. One of the most expensive shows ever. And it's kind of like, dudes, why are you greenlighting this stuff? J.J. Abrams tried to get one of his TV series out for $200 million. And it's like, dude, no. No. I mean, a series that's flourishing right now is House of the Dragon. And I never heard budgets like this for that. Mandalorian doesn't cost that much. It's like Mandalorian's what, 10 million in an episode? I'm boggled. This boggles me. And the Russo brothers, as good as they are when it comes to the MCU, outside, it's been kind of hit and miss. It hasn't been stellar. But the Citadel series, I guess overhaul. When you start reading this article that's up on Hollywood Reporter, you see that it's got a very troubled production, actually, which does give me pause. It's not like $200 million and things are kind of falling apart behind the scenes. Not good. Not good for $200 million. I mean, come on. Game of Thrones actor Richard Madden and Priyanka Chopra Jonas were cast as leads, with the actor spending most of 2021 shooting the show, which wrapped in December. And then apparently the executives were not happy with it. And then one of the cinematographers took over. Yeah, Thomas Siegel, a veteran cinematographer who had helmed 2 episodes of Citadel, officially took over directing the reshoots, which ran through the spring and into early summer. So yeah, dude, they didn't even want the Russo brothers back to do the reshoots? Ooh. One source, however, says Joe Russo was very much involved with the shoot. Oh, well. Oh, man. Citadel. What am I even curious to know what the heck this is about? Citadel. Let's see if we can find a synopsis bedded here in this article that I probably should have pulled. But most of it's just about the kind of behind-the-scenes stuff that, yeah, Citadel began to crumble into factions. Yeah, factions. That's not good. Okay, I'm not seeing a synopsis here. Citadel was a passion project for the head of the studios, Jennifer Salk. Okay, she got it, Avengers-style spy show. So they're going to that spy show kind of thing again, like they just did with Gray Man, and Gray Man didn't do all that well. So, and cooler stuff, spin-offs. So it's a spy show. Wait, they're saying that Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power cost $465 million? Oh, dudes, what are you doing? You don't need to... Ooh, yeah, this just makes me upset. Competing cuts of the pilot show. So apparently the pilot is the most important thing about starting a show. And we talked about this recently too, with The Sandman. The Sandman started off, it wasn't a good pilot. I'll tell you that, because the main character just sits in a shell for the entire episode and doesn't say anything. You barely learn anything about him. And I know it establishes about like the first 5 episodes of the season, but then it doesn't really matter too much after that. It has to kick off strong, which House of the Dragon did. She-Hulk did. Okay, so let's move on from that. But let's take some live comments, and Then we'll take a small break here. Never knew Brendan Gleeson for his acting. Yeah, we saw that one. I really like Sam Rockwell as an actor, but Justin Hammer got under my skin just a little, so perhaps this was the whole point. Well, yeah, it was the whole point. And you watch some of those scenes where he's in the courtroom and you see him trying to recreate the Iron Man suit, and the suit spins around, breaking the guy's torso. It's just, it's hilarious. Our Glass Viking says, not to spoil anything from Kingpin's return from Hawkeye ending, will be interesting to see. Yeah, hip flasks are a staple in Ireland for hill walking and weddings. Oh, are they? Yeah, I guess if you're outdoors a lot, then you might need a pole. I know when I go camping sometimes and you're sleeping at night, it's good to have like just a quick pull before you go to bed to help warm you up kind of thing, and it helps you go to sleep on the hard ground. Anyway, yeah, let's, hey, you know what? We're a movie news show daily, 12 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday, usually around 12 p.m. But if you don't know, we do other shows here. We just finished watching episode 3 of She-Hulk, which I thought was a lot of fun. That was really a lot of fun. And we're watching House of the Dragon every Mondays, 1:30 p.m. We'll be watching House of the Dragon. It's all live, guys, so you can participate. And later on today, we're going to be watching episode 1 of The Rings of Power. Now, you'll have to excuse my face there. I usually don't put my face in these thumbnails, but from what I've been hearing, I thought maybe that one would be a little bit just. And then on Saturdays, we do our Horror Weekly Roundup, where we talk about all the big horror movie news headlines of the week. Yeah, as you know, we do the movie news show. So that's cool, right? No? Yes? You're going to find something that you like here on the channel. And hopefully, one of them will be enough to entice you to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. All right, let's continue on. Taylor Swift. Hey, it's one of my favorite topics, if you don't know. Taylor Swift to keynote Toronto Film Fest. Because we know that she directed that short film, All Too Well, and it's going to debut on September 9th in Toronto. So she's coming to TO. Could I possibly get a chance to go see Tay-Tay? No. Downtown Toronto. I hate driving around downtown Toronto. I can do it, but it's a real pain in the butt. And if this is going to be the keynote address from Taylor Swift, it's going to be busy, and it's going to be full of press. So I don't even know if I would be able to get in and see it. And tickets were probably already gone. But that's cool. And she's a good speaker too. Cool. Yeah, TIFF starts this next week, doesn't it? So, yeah, that'll be cool. Or, yeah, the 9th, it says. So, yeah. September 8th. There we go. Yeah. At Bell Lightbox. Yeah, and plus, when events like this happen, you're not only going to get film people trying to get a quote, you're also going to get a bunch of Taylor Swift fans. And I don't know if I can handle it being surrounded by a bunch of younger girls screaming and hollering, and maybe it wouldn't look so good. Anyway, we're excited to hear Taylor's version of how absorbing influences from cinema led her to creating All Too Well short film, which I think it's up on YouTube, isn't it? I've seen parts of it. I guess I need to sit down and watch it all. Yeah, with Sadie Sink from Stranger Things and Dylan O'Brien. I guess it's about, portrays a young man and a woman who fall in love but slowly drift apart in time. And Taylor likes to do that. She writes songs like that. And everybody thinks it's all about her, but she likes to think of these concepts of like scenarios, and which I usually do in my songs too. I think of a scenario and I write a song about it. It's not necessarily about me, but it makes a statement. She does those kinds of things. And Taylor Swift, hey, cool. She's going to promote this thing, which means you kind of get the impression that she wants to make this. I think she's doing this as early preparations for an Oscar push to get nominated for Best Short. Taylor Swift, Oscar winner. It's got a nice ring to it. I like it. I dig it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. All right, let's switch the tone. Maybe I should have put the break here, but it's towards the end of the show here. We're going to switch to horror. A24 has got a new horror coming out, and A24 has been pretty good with its horrors. Hereditary, you know, Justice Smith, Bridget Lundy Payne, and more, starring an A24 thriller, I Saw the TV Glow. I Saw the TV Glow. What the? That's a weird title. I Saw the TV Glow. Let's take a look at this log line. The project sees two teenage outcasts, played by Smith and Lundy Payne, who bond over a shared love for a scary television show. Cool. However, the boundaries between TV and reality starts to blur after the show is mysteriously cancelled. So they like this same show, they bond, and the TV show goes off air, and curious things happen. The line sounds like a little bit of Freddy's Nightmares. If you ever saw any episodes of that about a TV show, like it was very, it's weird how like that line between reality and what was happening to them. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I guess this Lundy Payne was in Bill and Ted. Oh yeah, that's where that's from. That's from Bill and Ted. Yeah, she was one of the daughters. And Samara Weaving was the other daughter, right? She's right here. You can't see her because it's cut off by the picture of Justice Smith. Bridget Lundy Payne. Okay. Yeah. I'll be checking. Don't worry, guys. A24, yeah, it's been, they've been pretty good at putting out some horrors. So we'll have to see how this comes out. And we'll be talking about this probably again tomorrow on the Horror Weekly Roundup. Let's continue on. What's next? Ooh, Hellraiser Pinhead. Now, this dropped like a day and a half ago. And I was going to I was going to include it in the notes, but I was going to shove it to the weekend. But it's got a bunch of people talking because it does give us our first real good look at the Hell Priest, guys. Anyway, Hulu's Hellraiser first look at Jamie Clayton as Pinhead, plus a brand new Cenobite. We'll talk about this in length and detail tomorrow for sure. Because I got a lot of stuff to say about this, but I just wanted to take a look at the first image of her. Jamie Clayton is an actress, so we knew that they were going to go in a different direction here. Let me see if I can pull that up a little bit. See, it's kind of dark, but I kind of like the neck is different. It's kind of like open there, and she's got kind of like a token shoved in there. Let's see if I can brighten that up a little bit. Yeah, and if you read the short story, and I hope that people who are watching shows like this will get learned a little bit. They'll learn that in the short story, the Hell Priest, which was never referred to as Pinhead, but was always androgynous. It wasn't like a male. So they're going for that look here. Now, people say that she looks too much like a female. I don't really care about that. I just think the look is, yeah, A. Weaver says in the chat, well, isn't she lovely? And, okay, I guess she does have female features, but I think it looks, I think it looks cool, man. Hellraiser is going to be on Hulu, and we'll go in more length of this tomorrow in the Horror Weekly Roundup. I just thought, I think it looks great, because we got that small little teaser, October 7th, so just a month away from us now. Jamie Clayton is the new Hell Priest. Yes, Hell Priest. That's the way that they were referred to. And they got an image here too of a new Cenobite. That's really kind of it's dark. So what I'll have to do tomorrow is I'll take this image and brighten it up because it's it's like BDSM, people pulling their skin apart and stuff, and it's just that's what I liked about Hellraiser. So I'll read you the synopsis and everything tomorrow, but that first image, it's stunning. It gives you pause. It's like whoa, and that's what the Hell Priest should do. Let's take a look at some of the comments here. They made Pinhead a woman? No. And again, it's yeah. So that's kind of like the thing that we're gonna have to break through here is that she looks like a baked potato from hell. Well, I wouldn't go that far. It's kind of like that's what I hope to help spread the message that it was always supposed to be like in between, right? It wasn't supposed to be a man necessarily. Hell Priestess. Hell Priest, dude. The images are too dark, but I love the Cenobite one. Yeah, and that's what I'll have to do tomorrow. I'll have to brighten these up, and apparently it's not a remake, and that's weird. And I don't know if we're going to be able to do a full live watch along of this one, but yeah, strong bloody horror, violence, and gore throughout. Some sexual content and graphic nudity. Graphic nudity, which means I'm not going to be able to watch this one, but with you guys. But I will be doing a review for it for sure because I'm really highly anticipating it. Hellraiser movie from Hulu. A young woman struggling with addiction comes into possession of an ancient puzzle box, the Lament configuration, unaware that its purpose is to summon the Cenobites, a group of sadistic supernatural beings from another dimension. Yes, the labyrinth, right? I got high hopes for this. I really do. I do. Large cast. Yeah, you said large cast. They did list the cast there in this article. The ensemble cast. Odessa Azion. I'm sure that this is a bunch of people that have a lot of TV work. No real big name jumps out at me here. Goran Viznik. Wasn't he one of the Russian outfitter guys in Rounders? Maybe. Yeah. Jason Lives. Interesting cast. We'll talk about this a lot more tomorrow in the Horror Weekly Roundup. I may even put the thumbnail as her. Yes. Yes. Halloween Ends. Okay, what's this all about? It's coming out just in a month, right, guys? Halloween Ends. Apparently the director is still changing the movie's ending daily. Oh, why? I thought it was done. That changing the ending so much gives me kind of like that. Whoa, what's going on here? So maybe we shouldn't get too ahead of ourselves here. Halloween Ends director David Gordon Green has revealed he's constantly tweaking the movie's ending, just 6 weeks before its release. Constantly. Yeah, I don't know what this is about. So if you go on and read this, it's a quote from Empire magazine. It changes every day. In theory, the picture is locked, but this morning I called the editor and said, what if we do this one thing? I speak with John Carpenter and Jamie Lee Curtis regularly about it. It's exciting, uncertain, satisfying, and sad. Sad. I wouldn't really call Michael Myers dying sad, unless you know what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure that both Laurie and Michael are going to kill each other at the end, kind of like what happened in The Northman, like that kind of thing. Sorry for a spoiler of The Northman, but come on, it's been out for a while. It's one of the better movies of the year. Yeah, I'm sure. I think that's the way that it's going to go. So when they say sad, that I think that's what's going to happen. I've enjoyed the ride, but it's probably time to get off. I think we're going to go out with a bang, says the director. But you're constantly changing the ending. It does give me pause. Yeah, I'm sure it happens probably all the time, but changing the ending, yeah. Jason Blum. This is from Jason Blum. These 3 movies. And we've seen that before. He's open to making more Halloween, but he doesn't have the rights for it. So he'd have to renegotiate for a new contract to get the rights back again. But I thought this was going to be a definitive end for Halloween Ends. I thought it was. Probably sad, in fact, that he's hanging up the reins of Halloween, Artglass says. Yeah. A. Weaver says, I think Goran V was on ER. I never watched ER. Was that the one where the helicopter crashed on the dude? You know, the dude from RoboCop? I saw that clip. All right. a few more stories here that are not listed here on the side, but are listed down below. Let's talk about them. Guys, I've said it before. I've been really enjoying the She-Hulk series. The first 3 episodes have just been so refreshing. But I guess Jamil was responsible for the rapper's guest appearance. Yes. Megan Thee Stallion. I thought it was... I'm somebody who never knew who Megan Thee Stallion was. I thought it was just a character made up for the show, but I guess she's a real person who does rap. But I thought it was like a rapper that was portraying Megan Thee Stallion. But in real life, that rapper is known by somebody else. But apparently, it's not. And the twerking scene, guys. Yes. Oddly enough, I posted a few cuts from my reaction to it, and I cut out the twerking reaction, and I cut out the Wong reaction of him exiting. And oddly enough, the Wong reaction has gotten way more views than the twerking one. So some people, I guess, didn't like the twerking. I just thought it was fun. It was fun, and it sounds cool that at least Jamil, she used her resources to gain Megan Thee Stallion a cameo on this. Yeah. So that was cool. And I'm expecting more cameos next week and stuff too, guys. Don't worry. She-Hulk, as I said, it's fun. So there's Megan Thee Stallion there, She-Hulk, and Wong. A lot of fun. Really cool. A Weaver says in the live chat, Michael will never truly die. Unfortunately, Jamie Lee will. Yeah. I think somebody else... there will be more Halloween movies that will come out. I just don't know if it'll be in this iteration of this Halloween. Last chance to get it right with her as Laurie. Yeah. Last chance, for sure. Arglass Vikings also says, ditto on Megan. I never heard of her, but I'm older. Yeah, and hip-hop is not something that I'm into. If you don't know, guys, I'm a guitar player. So I prefer, I guess, rock music. Or at least music with guitars. Anyway. Okay, guys. Later on today, we're going to be doing a full live watch-along for Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, Episode 1. In just over an hour from now. Under an hour from now, actually. 1:30 p.m. And yesterday we looked at the tomato meter. It was like 85% by the critics. And now we got to refresh that and look at the audience. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. 37%. That's not good. Oh. So when I showed you my thumbnail for it, I hope that clarifies a little bit of my response. That's more my response to the 37%. The 37%. God. That's not good. But I also hear that it's being somewhat review bombed because Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power is something where, for some reason, it's got that hate bandwagon that people just jump on, and without even seeing it, they say, "Oh, I don't like it." Have you seen it? And that's what I'm going to do here on the channel. Is that I want to promote that. Hey, we see that some people haven't liked it, and we hear other people saying that it's tripe, it's garbage. But I'm going to give it a fair shake, and you're going to watch that and how I do it in my reaction. Now I know that there's 2 episodes that have dropped. So today we're going to do episode 1. And then tomorrow, after the Horror Weekly Roundup, we'll do episode 2. Just because I think they're like an hour, just over an hour long. So, and I'll be judging it pretty harsh. As I said, this first episode it's got to punch, right? It's got to sell. The way I look at it, I look at the pilot, episode 1 should be like the opening scene of a movie, like Jaws. You know how it's just those 2 people, they go swimming, or she goes swimming, he passes out. But, it sets up the flavor of what we're going to get. And we don't see the shark, but she gets thrashed around. It's horrifying. And that's a great way to set that movie up. And I want That's what I want from pilots. I want a great way to set the series up. And that's what I want from episode 1 later on today. Because House of the Dragon, fantastic pilot to launch a new series. She-Hulk, as I said, was really cool, setting it up. I guess, yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. Even Book of Boba Fett started off really good, and then kind of meandered along the way. So we'll have to wait and see. I'll give it a fair shake, guys. And I hope you join us later for the full live reaction, because you'll be able to see that I'm aware that people aren't liking it, but I'll still give it a fair chance. Arglass Viking says in live chat, apparently the first episode is too slow, but the second is worth holding on for, said John Campia. Yeah. I'm all in for Rings of Power. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm still excited for it. I mean, we saw that it's the most expensive TV show ever. $465 million. Yeah, I don't know what these guys are doing. I really don't. But I hope that shows on screen, and I'm looking forward to it for sure. Okay. With that being said, we're all done for the day. I'm just going to launch the old Twitter page and see if we missed any of the big headlines. Or perhaps breaking news. Let's go over there and see what's shaking. Taylor Russell for Bones and All Press. Bones and All, that's that one with Timothée Chalamet, right? There he's talking about Timothée Chalamet. He's probably still hard at work on Dune Part 2. Bauhaus? Why does that sound familiar to me? Michael Stuhlbarg, Bones and All. Okay, so they're promoting it. Yeah, because it's also the Venice Film Festival going on right now, right? The 79th Venice Film Festival. So a bunch of these things are debuting over there. And we got them on the carpet there. I don't know fashion, so is this good fashion? You know, I wear this... I'm somebody who's got like 7 black t-shirts and like the same kinds of shorts. I don't care. Zendaya, Josh O'Connor and Michael face training for challengers. Oh yeah, right. Is this that swimming movie? She's going to be in a swimming movie, right? And she just had a birthday this week too. Cool. Todd Field's Tar, starring Cate Blanchett, received a 6-minute standing ovation at the film festival at Venice. Okay. Cate Blanchett was Galadriel. We'll see the younger Galadriel later on today. Rings of Power, the new look at Letitia Wright, Josh O'Connor, Aisha. We're still waiting to see what happens with Wakanda Forever, aren't we? Ana de Armas. She's coming out at the end of the month with Blonde, that Marilyn Monroe biopic. Bardo, false chronicle of a handful of truths from Alejandro Inarritu. Okay. All right. What is this? That's Storm Reed, isn't it? Or no, that's Zendaya. She looks really young there. Really young. Hope to join you. I might be tied up, but we'll try. A Weaver says in live chat. Ricky Gervais wears nothing but jeans and black t-shirts. He's got the right idea. Yeah. Yeah, this is Don't Worry Darling. According to Deadline, Don't Worry Darling is a love letter to Florence Pugh's range. She's in every frame and exudes in a tale about a damsel who refuses to be in distress anymore. That's something that I'm looking forward to. Oh, talking about Jamil and Megan Thee Stallion. This has to be a wig, right? This has to be her Titania wig. It has to be. Okay, but there they are on set. Cool. Yeah, and then I thought it was going to be the scene where she busts through, and I guess not. So there's going to be more court scenes. Tar, 100%. That's a Kate Blanchett movie. Paul Dano, Seth Rogen, and Sebastian Stan, Pete Davidson are set to star in Dumb Money, a movie about a group of private investors and internet trolls on a subreddit who took down one of the biggest hedge funds on Wall Street. Pete Davidson. Yeah, he needs to do smaller roles. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies shows that he's not ready for the big dance yet. Interesting crew for a movie. Paul Dano and Seth Rogen are probably the two best actors. I still need to see Fresh with Sebastian Stan. He plays a horror movie where he like eats people, right? So I need to see that to see his range, because I'm still not sold on him. And there we go. Brendan Gleeson. Joker. So that wraps us up for today. 12:46. It's a little bit early today. So maybe I'll do the post-show here. And then we'll wrap it up. It's been a pretty good week, I guess, in the realm of movie news. And then I'll have my breakfast. And then we'll watch Rings of Power. 1:30. Indeed. All right. Wait, am I zoomed out? Can I zoom out? Yeah, I can zoom out. There we go. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah, whatever. What are you guys going to go see this weekend? Oh, we didn't... Nothing is opening up this weekend other than that Spider-Man thing. So we couldn't really do an opening this weekend. No huge movies were opening. Yeah. Rings of Power. Yeah, that one's going to be an interesting watch. That's supposed to play on a different key, so I'll have to see how that turns out. 3,000 Years of Longing is opening here, so I might catch that show. I'm seeing Nachariram Nagarigathu in theaters. Okay. Yeah, well, hey, check out what you can, right? Sometimes that's what's cool. You know, sometimes you just pick it up and you just let your mind go wherever. Well, at least that's what I try to do. Yeah. there's really not too much more to talk about on today's show. I felt pretty good about it. I'm still trying to figure out how to put these breaks in, where to put the breaks in, and talk about what else is on the channel. It's something that they've been telling me that I need to do. Talking about, telling people to hit the subscribe button. You got to tell that, people, James, otherwise they won't do it. But I just, maybe I'm expecting too much from people. It's like, YouTube, you should know the YouTube game by now, but I guess that's why on CNN, it's always like, this is CNN and you're watching Out Front with Aaron Burnett, and they always say that they always say that, like every commercial break, it's like, you're watching Out Front with Aaron Burnett, or so maybe I need to start doing that a little bit. I know it'll be a little bit annoying, but I'll have to inject it more into the show, and hopefully in an organic way. In an organic way. Now, I saw that headline too, that DC fandom experience is getting canceled. It's just it's another expo. It's kind of like, and I need to tell people hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, I suppose I need to. Can you pre-record your subscribe pitch and just slot it in at the start? Well, I try to use the start for the algorithm. I use, like, you notice how I talk before, like during the plate? That's all for the YouTube algorithm. And I know it just helps people find it, even though that it's some videos, like on average the show gets like 15 views, but eventually somebody will find it. And I should do restreaming, perhaps. Restreaming. Do this on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Build up an audience that way. But if you don't pay for a restream, then you get a little watermark on it, and I don't like that. So we'll have to see. I tried doing the show back to back, repeating it. It's just too much. We'll have to see. We'll also have to maybe figure out a way to, like, I do take the comments and I do address it, but I need to maybe perhaps make it a little bit more aware that people can participate too, because that does help build up the audience. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to go make my breakfast now, and I'll see you in about 35 minutes for the first episode of Rings of Power. And if not, I'll see you tomorrow for the Horror Weekly Roundup. And if your movie news is your bag, then I'll see you on Monday. All right, guys, enjoy your weekend.